What's up, guys? Adam from esportsheaven.com, and I'm here with an OG, if there is anyone. It is John Choi. How you doing today, man?
I'm feeling pretty good.
All right, man. So obviously you're here at EVO. What games did you enter? How did things go? Walk me through your matches.
I actually just play Street Fighter as usual, and I'm already out. So yeah, I just started picking it up maybe like a month ago when I decided to come this year. So yeah, I didn't do too well. So hopefully maybe if I keep playing, I'll try to do a little better next time.
Did you lose anyone notable, or was it kind of just randos?
Those are a good Mika player, and he beat me, and then I lost to a Rishi player. I didn't recognize him, but I'm not really familiar with the characters yet.
Right, yeah. Right. So obviously Street Fighter V came out, and you just started it. What are your impressions on the game? You're someone that's played, I don't know how many fighting games out there, been some of the best in many of them. How does it compare? Do you like the game, stuff like that?
I think the game is pretty fun. It's really fast-paced. I think they designed it with a specific purpose to make it really fast-paced and exciting, and so I think that's great. Some aspects of it I'm not too fond of, but overall it's bringing a lot of players out, so I think it's doing a great job, and so I think if they fix a couple of the issues, I think it's going to be a great long-lasting game.
What issues or things did you not like about the game specifically?
Some of the more randomness, there's a little bit of an input delay. I think some of it was to kind of encourage the offensive play, to make it faster paced. In some ways, I think that might be seen as favorable. Some people don't like it as much. I think it's kind of a controversial topic. But other than that, like all the frames and everything, I think it's very well thought out. So I'm kind of keen on that aspect of it. So far, I like it more than I dislike it.
Right, yeah. Right. How do you like it compared to Street Fighter 4? Because you made some pretty big waves. I remember EVO 2014, upset Daigo, stuff like that. So how does it compare for you?
Street Fighter 4 is a very defensive game. It's a more defensive-oriented game compared to this game. And so I think, and plus the game was out for about, 6 years, so you saw a little more consistency towards the end. But 4 also had issues because defense was too good, I think, and a lot of kind of option select, a lot of programming without really thinking about the game. You had to learn, so that aspect was not so good about it. I think 5 is actually a better game than 4, so that's a good thing. And yeah, like when I played last time, it's actually I forgot. Sorry,
So you said that a month before this event, you kind of, I guess you found time or whatever. Did you want to play and just didn't have the time, or did something happen and you kind of got that competitive spirit back?
Well, I've just been working on my life stuff, so I didn't attend EVO last year. I actually haven't played since my Daigo match. I got engaged to my girlfriend 5 days ago. And so, yeah, thank you. This was kind of like an impromptu trip to kind of, just hang out. And so I figured if I'm going to be here, I might as well try to compete. So I literally picked it up, started playing about a month ago. So yeah, like just life stuff kind of got in the way.
Right. So, I mean, obviously getting married is a big, big thing. How much time do you think you're going to be able to devote, not only to this game, but I mean, you're also a TO, stuff like that. How is like your life going to shake up now that you're getting married?
Probably, I mean, every year I'm going away more and more from the games. I still love it, but there's only so much time in the day that you can fit in. So I think it will be declining even more. Along with the TO stuff, I'm going to try to keep it up for as long as I can, but at some point, especially when maybe the kids pop out, I'm going to have to try to hand that off. So we'll see how it goes, yeah.
Okay, all right. So there's no, like, coming back for #1, getting that hunger back, trying to be the best in the world for Street Fighter V? None of that?
No, not at all. I'm way too old for that. I still enjoy the competition, but I think I don't have the resources and the time to dedicate to get to that level. So, yeah.
Okay. So at this point, what would you want your role to be in the community, just as someone that competes and has fun? Do you want to more focus on community development, things like that? Like if you could choose right now, since you have to divide your time up, what are you going to place your focus in?
Yeah, I mean, every year I've been playing less and doing more of the community stuff, and I think that's kind of where NCR kind of ended up. So I don't really play that much, but I still host the event because I think I want NorCal to have a big scene as usual. So I will continue to do that, and then I will try to pass it off eventually at some point to somebody that could carry on the legacy, and then I might get involved with maybe some EVO stuff actually. I used to actually help out with the EVO crew years ago, and then I actually wanted to compete, and so I kind of dropped out because it wasn't fair to do both. So now that I'm kind of dropped off competing, I think I might help them out because I know it's getting much bigger and they're kind of looking for some additional help. So Well,
Speaking of getting bigger, man, you've been here since what? Since Battle by the Bay, right? Like you've seen everything, the growth every single year. What's it like for you, as someone that's seen it, like when you guys had like 100 people in that little arcade compared to this convention center, seeing it grow this much? Is this what you always wanted?
I mean, I would have never dreamed of this like 20 years ago at B3 when you asked me. Yeah, like you said, it was like less than 100 people in a crowded arcade. I never thought it would be live cast, ESPN coverage, and this huge warehouse that could fit like airplanes in here. I would have never imagined this, but I'm really glad to see how big it's come along. And I think with the introduction of esports getting mixed in, I think this will only get bigger. And I'm really, really glad to see all this development just from the grassroots, how it started.
Being one of the OGs, is there some, like, do you feel like you have this vision of what you want it to be at all? Or like that ultimate goal of what you always want Street Fighter to be, even if you couldn't be in your competitive heyday when it happened?
Well, when I used to watch a lot of StarCraft in Korea, I mean, that was like the ultimate, right? They're holding it in stadiums. There's like thousands of people watching, and it was just nuts. It's pretty much like professional sports. And I think definitely the esports has, much chance, just like regular sports, to get that big. And so, yeah, I hope one day I'll see Street Fighter, in the Lakers Stadium with everybody tuning in to watch. That'd be crazy.
All right. I know that you got a lot of time. You can't spend that time with us. But is there any shout outs you want to give? Words you want to say to your fans? How can your fans follow you? Things like that. Maybe a farewell if this is the end for your competition.
I don't know if I have much fans, but if you're in NorCal, please come out to NCR, kind of support the scene. Also support EVO, of course. Other than that, thank you for all the support over the years, and I'll try to keep my best doing everything. So.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned to esportsheaven.com for more coverage of EVO 2016. Make sure to go to NCR. We'll see you guys.